Good day, everyone. My name is Hefziva, and I'm the admin officer of Netwealth Consult Limited. And I'm excited to let you know that our seminars and trainings are available on CDs and DVDs. Our seminars and trainings like the Financial Independent and Wealth Creation Seminar, Strategic Planning and Goal Setting Seminar, and our Suicide Prevention Seminars are all now available on CDs and DVDs for you to watch and follow up. You can get these CDs and DVDs at our center, Netwealth Medical Services, State Locals by Melo Plaza. And we also offer these seminars and trainings in-house at our center in groups of 10 and 5. You can come in groups of 10 and 5 and receive this training. Or we can come to your organization and offer this training for your staff at an affordable price. I hope you take advantage of this wonderful package. See you soon. Bye.
Everyone needs a push in life. Anybody can be somebody, through development and building one's capacity, financially, health-wise. Everyone can be better, 'cause we're taking you higher, You can be entertaining, so educated, making you so independent. Through Netwealth comes on, helping communities. Netwealth comes on, individuals and organizations. Netwealth comes on. Netwealth comes on. Everyone needs a push in life. Anybody can be somebody, through development and building one's capacity, financially, health-wise. Everyone can be better, 'cause we're taking you higher, You can be entertaining, so educated, making you so independent. Through Netwealth comes on, helping communities.
Welcome back, viewers at home. We have our second guest in the house now. She's Mrs. Grace Adams Solomon. She's the founder of and global director of Kids with a Mission Foundation, K-WAVF Plateau State. You're welcome, ma'am.
Thank you so much for having me once more.
Thank you for coming. I know your face is not a new face to us here on the program, but we would want to know you, the viewers at home would want to know you. Briefly, short introduction about yourself.
All right. Thank you so much. Like she said, I'm not new here. My name is Grace Adams Solomon, and I am the founder and co-director of Kids with a Vision Foundation, where we have a character development center called an orphanage. We do child mentoring, and at the same time we do community outreach. We reach out to children in different communities within Plateau State. And I am a mother of 3 biological children and 56 adopted.
Wow.
By the grace of God.
Wow, wow, that's amazing. You are Mother Teresa of our time. More grace to your elbow, ma'am.
Thank you.
I know you've been following the program while on your way due to the heavy rain outside there. I'm going to go straight to the questions. Ma'am, we've seen cases of rape, domestic violence, and even drug abuse among children. These days, recently, we've seen high rate of this menace in the society, where a minor is being raped, even at home front. Parents abuse their child, like they beat their children. And how did this start, and how can we curb this menace in the society?
You know, actually, that is a very huge question, and at the same time, appearing a bit tough, because I've been in the NGO setting for almost 20 years, And I've seen these things occur and reoccur and reoccur, and people hardly get justice. I had to take some time to actually find out, how did we get to where we are? How did we get to the point of scary violence, high level of drug abuse amongst our children? I just realized that, to be honest, we might not like what I'm saying, but at the home front, most of us have failed. That is the truth. Because I will still agree with this. It sounds like an old cliche, but I still believe that charity begins at home. Where a son or a daughter wakes up and finds or sees her father beating her mother, she feels it's a way of life. Or even the boy, he feels it's a way of life. And that is why I was in a school yesterday, and a young student will tell you that it's normal if he asks a girl out and she refuses, and he will beat her for refusing. How did he get an idea? Must every girl like him because he's liking them? People have the right to make choices. So for me, I'm even asking, why would he even have to toast a girl at his age? Well, what is he looking for? Is he not in school to study? He's supposed to be in school. So for me, I believe that we have had broken systems that are now speaking out. A lot of fathers have failed. A lot of mothers have failed. I talk with my colleagues and I tell them, honestly, Africa needs a father. Nigerians need a father. The home front needs a father. Maybe because I'm a woman, let me also add that the home front needs a mother. Truly speaking, I remember the last time we were here, we spoke about the role and the amazing love the mother pours out. But I would just say it's a collective thing now. Initially, when the father is fighting the mother or quarreling, she keeps quiet. But now we exchange words with them, we tell them, and there's nothing wrong in expressing yourself. But we don't have to fight before our children. We don't have to bring alcohol to the house to drink before our children. We don't have to beat our wives to make the children know that, okay, mommy was wrong, that was why I beat her. I even had somebody, during this Osinachi saga, somebody was saying it is because that your wife is your first child, so you can beat her. I just couldn't connect that. So if you allow me to say, how did we get here, or why do we see this in our society? I will simply tell you, we have to fix the home front. If we fix the home front, I am telling you, we will present and have a positive and a healthy society. Until we fix the challenges in our homes, I am not sure that we can get it right. Because your children see you as their first teacher. You teach them hygiene, you teach them table manners, you teach them how to talk to people, teach them to say, I'm sorry. These days, we leave everything to the hands of teachers out there. Teachers are trying, but I tell you, they are only doing their job so that they can get paid. So the first responsibility of seeing that your child or your son and daughter becomes who they want to become, or who you want them to be, starts at home. So if we are able to fix the home front, we will see less of these ills in our society. The issue of rape. How many times do you see a father sitting down with his sons and talking to them about respecting a woman, respecting a girl child? You only hear the girl when she starts menstruating. They say, no, if you allow a man touch you, you get pregnant. Conventional. And it stops there. How further do we teach them? We need to have healthy homes, healthy parents speaking to us. So even we, the parents, we have to adjust. We have to reset our mindset. We have to look at how was it done before. We are talking about everything. Go to the internet, go to the internet. There are too many things we can do to fix the home front, and then we will have healthy children in the society.
Thank you so much for that amazing answer, ma'am. I want to ask again. Recently, the Chrisland High School in Lagos, the case of one student that they went for sports in Dubai, and the issue of rape and like I want to ask. We now live in a global world. We say the world is now a global village due to technology, because we have access to technology. Kids now have access to smartphone and other gadgets that aids this. The main purpose of this technology is to aid their education, to aid them to be able to compete their counterparts in the outside world. But would you say we've diverted the use of this technology regards to our children now? They have smartphones, they have big LED TV at home where they have access to thousands of channels they can watch without the parents' consent. And can we say we've diverted from the main reason or function of these things, and is it the parent's fault or whose fault?
Like I said, all your questions are sounding huge and heavy today. Honestly, I wouldn't totally blame the parent, but at some point I will blame the parent. You know, we believe in, we believe that there's so much happening in life now, a lot of hustling out there, and whatever our kids ask us to just give them. Fine, it's good to love your children, it's good to throw gifts on them, but do we check the effect it does on them? For me, I'll always tell people out there is nothing wrong in giving your children phones. Honestly, I can argue this from now till tomorrow. This is their time. This is their generation. They didn't choose this generation. It chose them. They came and found everything is becoming. I'm telling you, there's a time that will come that we will just sit down here and all these your cameras will know when to take one, take two, as you used to say it, and all those things, and you direct it by itself. It will get to a point that the door, when we stand there, to just censor that somebody is there, to just open, because everything is going digital. There is nothing wrong in giving your children phones or Androids. But the wrong there is that because we've given them these things, we have stopped talking to them. It's not just enough that you put parental control on their phones. Well, some parents don't even do that. But if perhaps you're one of those that have done that, you can't stop them from sharing their phones with other people because they visit friends, they go for outings, and they have access to this in the school. So they can access anything on the internet. Even when you put parental control, I'm telling you that these kids have a way of just, I don't know if it's hacking or coding. I think they're teaching them something about coding now. I don't know what that is, but I think it's another dimension, high level of computer. We can't stop them. I will not even say don't give them, don't allow them have access. I am telling you. But what I would say is that the place of talking to our children is no longer there. We have left them to the mercy of computers and whatever teachers, their teachers tell them in school. We as parents, like I said, we are their first teachers. We have to keep talking to our children. Parenting is a talking job. I am telling you, it's a talking job. You have to keep talking to your children. Even when they get married, you will keep advising them sometimes, because sometimes peer influence make them miss it. So if we feel that, okay, what can we do? We're going to pack all the gadgets and say they can't have access to them. We have to keep teaching them. We have to keep telling them the advantages and the disadvantages. I don't subscribe to the fact that we should take away phones from them. But you can say to every parent has its own style of parenting. For me, I will say when a child is 18 years or 16 years, he can begin to have emails, access to, in fact, you can't even have access to social media. Maybe emails, and then maybe, what are you even Facebooking? Who are you looking for? You just graduated from some what are you Facebooking? So the main aim of the social media and this internet has even been jeopardized, has been destabilized. But it's now left for we, the parents, to keep talking to our children. And like we even said in one of our programs, that it does not matter if you have a child or not. You know, before, when you see a child going wrong, even if it's not a biological child, tell them to stop it or you spank him. But now people don't even want you to touch their children. No, leave my children, go and talk to your own child. Me, I don't keep quiet, even on the street. If I see a child, like one Christmas, around 8 p.m., I was driving back home. Christmas day, 2 kids were telling me Happy Christmas. And I'm like, in this time and season, I said, show me the door to your house. Where are your parents? And they ran away. I don't spare those. When I see, I talk. Because if we keep quiet, these children will give us sleepless night tomorrow. So I will not say that you should take away computers from our children, but I would rather say, put a standard. Set your own standard. And make sure you supervise. We don't supervise, we don't check, we leave them at the mercy of just anything and anybody.
Thank you, ma'am. Viewers at home, you've heard that from Mrs. Adams. She said parenting is a talking job. You have to keep talking. And if it was from a parent of almost 60 children, you know you should hold on to that advice. So thank you, ma'am. Madam Comfort, I'm coming to you now. You are a psychiatric nurse, and okay, guys, we are going to be opening our phone lines now. Unfortunately, we might not be able to display it on our screen, but I'm going to be calling the numbers out. The number you are going to be calling for today's program is 081 04 33 7291. Again, 081 04 33 7291. Let the third time, 081 04 33 7291. Please call us and let us hear your own view and comment about our program too. So, Madam Comfort, this issue of neglect, like Mrs. Adams said, let's pick this call. Hello, good evening. Sorry, we lost the call. The issue of neglect. In fact, some neglect, rape, child abuse, and sometimes drug abuse. We've seen children at the center that are still minors, that they are victims of drug abuse. Would I say victims of drug abuse? I say victims of, it's their choice, they choose to go into that. How does this affect their growing up? How does this affect their mental well-being, their mental state?
Okay. The mental health of a child is mostly affected by child's neglect by the parents. Most of the parents leave their children at the mercy of house help, teachers. It's only the teacher that comes for lesson. You don't have time to do their homework for them. Even when they have issues that they want to discuss as a parent, you don't even have time to discuss their issues. These children will not be able to develop a good emotional health, because it is the parents that will teach these children. There are emotions your children display while growing up. If not properly handled by the parents, some of these children grow up to become deviants in the society. They become problems that we cannot handle in the society. So some of the problems that these children are really displaying in adulthood have their roots in childhood. But because of neglect by parents, we feel that all that we need is the money. We work, pay their school fees, give them the food that they need, give them a lot of gifts. But is that all that your children need from you? Children need more than that. You need to invest in your children with your time. They need your time. There was a time I had a conversation with a woman. Her child ran to me. She wanted to tell me something. So I stopped what I was doing and I listened to the child. She looked at me and said, so I stopped what I was doing to listen to her child. I said, yes. You need to give your children listening ears. If you want your children to listen to you, you listen to them. These children, somebody said, children are tabula rasa. It means they are plain. Nothing is on their mind. A child is born without anything in his mind. It is what you impress on the mind of your child. And as he's growing up, the experiences he experienced in life is what this child will tend to produce. So if you want your child to listen to you, you pay attention to them. They have issues. If you don't give them listening ear, they will go outside and they will get the wrong information there. If you have a girl child, you need to know when she starts her menstruation, and then you educate her on all these things.
You have to pick this call. You can hold your thoughts, man. Hello, good evening. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Yeah, Emmanuel.
Emmanuel. Oh, we lost that call. Please, viewers at home, we would like you to call. We've been receiving some like flash. I want to believe it's a network issue. Please call, and you can also text the number. The number again is 081 04 33 7291. I repeat, 081 04 33 7291. So, Madam Comfort, you were talking about the mental health of the child.
There are children that display anger. They throw tantrums while growing up. If you don't monitor those behaviors, they will grow up to become very stubborn. You can't talk to that child again. When a child, as you are breastfeeding a child, and the child starts biting you as a mother.
Sorry, we have to take this call again. Sorry. Hello. Hello, good evening. Where are you? Oh, sorry, we lost that call. Network.
Okay, as I was saying, there are communications that you pass to your children as a mother. When you look at your child, there's a look you give to your child, and you will know that there's a message you are really passing. A child will bite you, and then you don't spank the child. You don't tell the child it's wrong to do that. You see a child beating his siblings, and you say nothing about it. You say he's a hero. He will grow up to become a tyrant in the society, and you cannot control him. We have seen children that come with anger issues. If you trace it, it's because they were not scolded much younger. So certain things need to be handled the right way, because these things grow into adulthood. Nothing happens without a cause. The cause might be rooted while the child was still growing up, but because of neglect, we are all worried about making the money, paying the school fees, giving them all that they need. very, very important. Talk to your child. If you don't talk to your child will go out and get the information somewhere. There was a time I matched my son's leg. He matched my leg first. So I called him back. He matched my leg and passed. He didn't say sorry. I said, come back here. Do you notice you matched my leg? He said, yes, mommy. I said, apologize. He said, sorry, mommy. I think after 2 days, I matched his leg too. And he looked at me and said, mommy, you matched my leg. I said, sorry. So as you need apology from your children, you need to apologize to them too. As parents, we have our shortcomings. But because we think that these children, I gave back to them, so I can't apologize to my children. That's the African mentality. If you want your children to grow up being emotionally stable, to know that I shouldn't talk to this person the way I'm talking to him, then you should start it. You do it first. Children learn action faster than words. You can't tell your child that don't go out in the night as a parent, and you are going out in the night, you come back late in the night. My elder brother once confronted my father, because then my father was, he drinks a lot. So my father told him, stop drinking. You are staying under my roof. I pay your bills. So why would you be drinking and coming back to my house? My elder brother told my father that if you stop, I will stop. So as parents, we have serious issue to handle with these children, except if we don't want a better future for these children as we are talking about. For the future to be bright, we must work. It is a serious business in parenting. Any success story that doesn't have a successor is a failure. You can't succeed as a parent and your children are failing. I met somebody and he said, if from all that I have achieved and I cannot control my children, then I am a failure. I said, how many parents will own up to this? Stop looking at the houses you're building. Build mansions. When you are not there, these children will bring it down one day. Because they will squander the money in substance abuse. We see it in the center. So you will have to educate these children. Teach them how to work and make their money once they reach the age of responsibility. It's good to love them. Give them gifts. You understand? But are some gifts worth it? Sometimes we give children gifts that are above what they really need. And it's affecting them.
Thank you, Madam Comfort. If we have to give time, we will not exhaust our 1 hour. We will not be able to exhaust all of the topic, all these questions we have before us. So let's go to the next question, Ma. You've talked about the role of a parent when it comes to taking care of the child. There is an adage that says, it's actually in my dialect, but I'll try and interpret it, that it takes one person to give birth to a child, but it takes the whole community, the whole village to raise a child. You made mention of something like that is actually going into extinction these days, like the policy of the idea of you mind your business and mind my business. When my neighbor's child is doing wrong, I don't talk to her or him. It's none of my business. I face my own. And we know there is a lot of moral, a lot of decadence, not even moral decadence alone, a lot of decadence, be it governance. Like Madam Comfort said when we started the program, he said people in government, they were once a child. They were once children rather. The governor was once a child, the president was once a child, and they are still children to parents, either dead or alive. So I want to ask, what is the role of the community in raising children? Because for us to have, if we have good children, or if you have a good child, then we are planning towards a better future for the community and for the society and for the whole country at large. What is the role of the community in raising a child?
You know, it's really a huge one again, because I see a community who is not even concerned these days. I drive towards like St. Finbar's and I see 2 kids crossing the road, you know, casually, and there are people seated there. Nobody can control these kids. Nobody can tell them you're just walking casually on the road, that any car can hit you. I see young people walking down the road, very young girls discussing about men. I see young boys in SS1, JS classes smoking Igbo in a community. And I just wonder, who is talking to these children? Like I said, I don't know how we can able to get the attention of the community, but parenting, bringing up a child has to become more and more deliberate. Even me that I'm speaking with you, I'm not there yet. There is a goal I've set. Sometimes I just come back and I collapse on my bed and I'm just like, okay, I didn't even ask my kids how was their day. It's getting tough by the day. And I tell you, the moment we stop speaking to our children, somebody else will be speaking to them. And they will believe the lie of the outsider. They will believe the lie of a stranger because we don't tell them. In fact, we have even gone beyond, we don't even pray for our children. Or probably we pray, but we don't even bless them. I remember in Old Testament, the people in the Old Testament held on strongly to blessings. Just this God bless you, it goes a long way. So many things have made it look like it's so tough, we can't make it, we can't do it, that we even fail to talk to our own kids and then allowing even people around us to be part of our, it's like we put a blockage, there's a way I will be talking with my friend and my child misbehaves. There's a way I will act that will make my friend not to even scold that child or to say, Grace, didn't you see what your child did? There's a way I will behave. So for me, I feel that is what we have done in our communities. We have put high fences, whether physical, emotional, mentally, we have put high fences around ourselves that a neighbor cannot even speak to your child. So how does that community or how do people in that community reach out to your children or reach out to you to even draw your attention that, okay, your child is doing something? Even a security guard, a megadi, will abuse your child. God forbid. A security man, a houseboy, a driver will abuse your children. In fact, you are even there live. You are in your house and it's happening. You don't even know. In those days, it's your head houseboy or your house girl or security that will run and report. Madam, I saw your child doing this, so I saw this. But it hardly comes back. You hardly see it these days. So for me, I would say, probably let families begin to develop cluster groups within neighbors, within the neighborhood. I know that in those days, for a few years back, there used to be this Angwa meeting, like early Saturday mornings, you will see people meeting and they are talking. But I hardly see it these days. We don't have opportunities where we talk about our challenges, home front issues, and say, okay, my neighbor, watch over my kids, me, I'll watch over your kids. We don't have it anymore. I want to train my child myself, and it's fine. Until we become deliberate, we will miss it. And nobody will even care, even if your child is falling into a pit. Until we become collectively deliberate, a community cannot raise or support a family in any home in any home bringing or child rearing.
Thank you. Thank you, ma. I could remember while growing up, I was in church. I disobeyed an usher, and she reported it to my mom. And my mom went to the back of the church and looked for it. I gave it to her. Peter, where you go? But these days, when I'm an usher now in my church, when a child is crying and you even want to carry the child out so that it will not disturb the church, you see the parents look at you somehow like, what? So thank you very much for that advice, ma. And our director is signaling to us, this discussion is inexhaustible, raising children, because we are always around them every day. We cannot exhaust this discussion. And I hope we'll get time in another day to discuss this. But before we go, I want to, in 30 seconds, I want to hear your final thoughts, ma'am. The moments in the house, your final thoughts about children, raising children, and what the society, and parents should do better in 30 minutes.
Okay? My final word.
30 seconds rather.
Raising children is an investment. If you want to get it in the future, you start it now. So invest in your children. And the last word goes to the family of Mrs. Elijah, a nurse with Plateau Hospital. We lost her and the burial took place today. She was a regular viewer of this program. The last time we were on the program, she congratulated me. She said we are doing a great job. So I'm sending out our condolences to her family. I pray God comfort you all.
Amen.
I just want to say I celebrate every family out there who they are doing their best to raise healthy children. It's not easy. Even the economy of the country is not smiling at us. But I assure you that until we are deliberate about taking care of our children, about nurturing our children, we will miss it. Let's put in more effort. And I tell you, we will win. Happy Children's Day to all our lovely kids.
Thank you, viewers at home. This is all we can take for today. Let's It's going to be an amazing edition next week, this same station, same time. Thank you very much, and happy Children's Day to you all.
Netwealth consult. Everyone needs a push in life. Anybody can be somebody, eh? Through development and building one's capacity, financially, health-wise. Everyone can be better, 'cause we're taking you higher, eh? You can be entertaining, so educated, making you so independent through